2, 1, fly. Cool.
Weird.
We're seeing Deadpool! Oh my gosh!
Think that wasn't yet. My sister has it. Yes. It's you.
Wintertime here at Hogsmeade Village.
Lieutenant Dane,
Hello, Forrest.
you got new legs.
Titanium alloy.
Time for my summer sizzle. Cool as a cherry popsicle.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It's happening. It's dish time.
I've always wanted to do this in front of you.
Creating content that enlightens and lifts you up.
Dish, sir, dish.
Me at Splash Mountain, just pepper these in here.
Hello everyone, this is Kermit the Frog reporting live from the final showing of Muppet Vision 3D.
Right? God, I missed our daily dishes.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Dish.
Hey. So, let's dish.
What do you want to dish about?
Anything you guys want. This is your time.
Welcome back, Fun Fam, and if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun with me, yours truly, Ron E. Bradley, here for The Dish, Wednesday night edition. I hope that wherever you are, you're having a phenomenal day or phenomenal night or whenever you're watching. Could be middle of the day, could be middle of the night. I don't know when it is, but if you checked out the full moon wherever you are, and you can see, I guess it's a northern hemisphere thing, I think. I don't know how that works exactly. But anyway, the moon is full. It's a beautiful night here where we are. And man, just things are amazing, amazing, amazing. Let's check the chat real quick. Welcome everybody in. Thank you for being here. By the way, hit that like button on the way in. If you're watching this on the replay, please comment down below. Replay gang. And boy, we got a story that it's almost unbelievable. The box office, it's so bad. It's so bad. By the way, how's everybody like my birthday gift? It's Calvin Klein. So it is in memory of this particular day, the whole Calvin Klein thing. So for people that don't know, I'll just let you in on this. It was my hat. I can never get my hat to look. It's so weird. It looks unbalanced. It like this side doesn't want to hit down here. I don't know. How do we get that? Look balanced, hat. Anyway, people watching this on the replay are like, "Who's this goofy fellow?" Yeah, I am definitely no. I am not Valiant Renegade because that guy is great. Knows exactly what he's doing. I don't. I'm just trying to keep up. Anyway, this is a birthday gift from my wife, and today it has been 70 years since November 5th. Since November 5th, is it 70 years or is it 80? It's got to be 70 years. 70 years since November 5th, 1955. Now, November 5th, 1955. It's a red letter day in history. It is the day that Dr. Emmett Brown hit his head and conceived of the flux capacitor, which is what makes time travel possible. But it also means that's the day that Marty McFly went back from 1985 to 1955 in history and was caught by his mom, who saw this written all over his underwear. It says Calvin Klein. And then she started calling him Calvin. That's your name, isn't it? Calvin Klein is written all over your underwear. So, yeah. So thanks for the birthday wishes. I think we got another birthday guy who's going to be on here in just a minute. I'm going to say hi to everybody and say thank you for being here because, as you guys know, you're my gigawatts. 1.21 gigawatts. 1.21 gigawatts. You're my gigawatts. You're the cream in my coffee, the apple in my eye, the cherry on top of the whipped cream on top of the sundae. And I eat mine with little peanut sprinkles as well. So you are all of that. And of course, you are the energon that makes this guy transform and roll out of bed from my afternoon nap to be here with you.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy. This stuff's the greatest.
Let's say hi to the first Energon through the door. Fairbrick Studio says, hi, Rod. Hi, Wayne. Hope you're doing well over there across the pond. Tom F is here, and he says, hey, all. And we'll soon be saying, hey, all from the background. Kathleen Fantasy, my mom is here. Hi, Mom. And Tom is saying hi back to her. Mr. Fulton Mraz, saw you earlier in the in Kevin's stream. Hello, Ron and everyone. I have big breaking news today. A Miss Piggy movie is in the works. Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone will produce the film with Cole Escola writing the script from the Muppets. Well, I hope that it's good. I would like to see more Muppet revival and actually good Muppet stuff. The Muppet Show that they tried to do, the new version of it, was horrible. They tried to do something different with Miss Piggy and Kermit, and I can't remember what that was. It was weird. I didn't really watch a whole lot of it because I watched some and I'm like, that doesn't sound like the Muppets. The old Muppet Show, which I think you can still watch on Disney Plus, is really good. Linda F. Says hi. Hello, everyone. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday, but for me, it was Wednesday. Tom says hi to his honey, Linda F. And William is here. Hello, William Schweikert. How are you? And Mr. Fulton Maraski, wish me a happy birthday. William. Everybody's saying hi. What's that? Remember that one? Remember like after the that was a big thing for a while. Linda F. and William and energy. We need that energon. It's good stuff. I'm telling you. You know what else is good stuff? Our co-host tonight. It's somebody where everybody knows his name.
Afternoon, everybody.
There he is. Tom. He's not Norm, but he's Tom.
No, I'm not normally Tom. Wait, never mind.
You're not Tomly Norm.
I'm not Tomly Norm. I'm not normally. I'm just not normal.
It's not normal, but that's okay. So Tom is here. He's co-hosting with me tonight. We've got prayers for our friends who can't be here for various reasons, and I hope all is well with all of them. How you doing tonight, Tom?
I guess I'm okay. I haven't checked really. Should I go check? I don't know.
Hey, you're always up on the launches. What day of the week was that? I got to ask if there was a launch.
There was a launch just before. There's a launch. Well, I don't know if it went up just before, but there's one tonight.
There's supposed to be one. There's one tonight. Did you see the moon? Does the moon look from your house the way it looks from mine? It was amazing tonight.
I have to go outside and look. I haven't been outside since the daylight.
This is, I can't really see this. This is the picture. What I took.
Yeah, that looks good.
I'm lucky because I learned when I first got this camera, when I first got this phone, that the camera on this phone will automatically adjust once I've zoomed in far enough. I have to zoom in like 20 times and then go further than that. This will do 100 times zoom. Once I've zoomed into the moon like 20 times, then the light all adjusts and it just focuses in on the moon. Otherwise, it's just too bright.
Yeah, it is. It washes out on a lot of them.
Yeah, it's crazy bright tonight. I need to find out what day that I was coming back from Volcano. Oh, it was the day that you were there too. You were at Universal the other day.
Yeah, there was a launch during the day.
Okay, so because I'm driving out of Volcano Bay and I look over and I'm like, did I just miss a launch? Because I saw the smoke plume from it and was kind of disappointed.
You were supposed to catch the ride on that rocket, Ron. You didn't get the memo.
I would love to go on a rocket ride.
One-way trip, man. It's a one-way trip.
I don't want to go on a one-way trip. When they invent some type of space station that I'm allowed to, I don't want to do the Katie, what that thing, the Blue Origin thing. I don't want to do that for two reasons. One, I don't
you want to go up to the International Space Station.
Right. I don't want to go to the edge of space, one, and then come back down. But the second thing is I don't want to go up in a rocket ship that looks like a giant.
Oh, come on, man.
I mean, it's that was made by Bezos, right? Like he's the one.
Yeah, but it's still a cool rocket.
What?
It's still a cool rocket.
Yeah, but it looks like Jeff Bezos watched Austin Powers and made the rocket ship look as much like that as he could.
No. I know you're thinking that, but no. I can't get into it.
I understand the aerodynamics, and there's
Ron, not everything's a phallic symbol, okay, brother?
Well, look, I lived in Israel when I was younger. and we went to one of the first places that we went to on our Tiyuls, which are Tiyul is like basically the Hebrew name for field trip, was Tel Gezer. And Gezer was one of the first places that Abraham's people came across the Canaanites, and they had stones built to look like giant phallic symbols. I took a picture of it. That's what they worshipped. And they were varying degrees of height because of, I guess, the different degrees that it goes through. I was like, and it was funny because I was 16 years old when I was learning this. So of course, that kind of a lesson to a bunch of teenagers, we all cracked up knowing what it was. But it's just funny, like, to think ancient civilizations. I understand because, well, life technically comes from that, if you will. So they sort of worship that as their life god, if you will. But yeah, that's what the Canaanites bowed down and worship. The moon, Linda says the moon is beautiful.
Yeah, well, she didn't say that when I kind of mooned her.
She was talking about the
actual
outer space, not yours. Xanair is here. Xanair says, think of Starship as Flash Gordon rocket ship. Yes, indeed. And Going Shogi's made it in. Hey, what's up, Going Shogi? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in and moderating away with that wrench of yours. We appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to have a little fun. I don't know how long the show is going to be tonight. I want to go over a few stories out of that Park Place. There's just some interesting things that are happening. Yeah. So I want to go, the first story we're going to do actually is not even about Disney. I don't even know if do we have Disney stories tonight? Should we do some Disney stories tonight? There's there's a story that I want to do, and I'm not ready to do it yet because I don't have all the details, but there is breaking news. Today it broke that the new bar has an opening date. The newest Disney bar. You know which bar that is, Tom?
No.
It's the Grand.
I lost track.
I know. There's so many bars. I mean, hey, you know what?
Or none.
Well, the funny thing is, like, for people that love to go out and drink, Disney's becoming a great place. I mean, you want to go drink at Disney. It's just like it's
but
just
it's still
weird.
Too expensive.
Well, that's true. It's $17 a drink or whatever. I like a beer is what, 12, 13, $14 for a beer.
I don't know. I boycotted Disney since
the
scamdemic.
I know. Anyway, the Grand Floridian bar is opening on November 10th. The bar in the lobby. Now, here's the funny thing. It's opening November 10th, and because of the construction, they couldn't do the traditional 25 years long Grand Floridian lobby gingerbread house.
Gingerbread house? Yeah. No, they had to do that for a stupid bar. It's the most asinine thing I ever think they did.
Not only that, but the fact that it's opening November 10th. In other words, it's opening just before the holiday season. So if they would have changed the schedule a little bit one way or a little bit the other way,
they could have got the thing, but then they wouldn't be able to gauge their actual traffic for the bar compared to the gingerbread house.
I know. Yeah.
They can't have that, can they?
No, they can't have that. Anyway, it's called the Perch. That's the name of the bar.
It's called the Perch. So you have the one at the Pirate Place is called what?
Beacon Barrel.
Beacon Barrel. Now you got the Perch.
Yeah.
We haven't been live 30 minutes yet. I can't say what I was going to say. I'll be nice.
But it's a pile of bird doo-doo, which is represented by a big ball of dung at Zootopia. So that's always good, you know.
Yeah, well, no, don't even get me started on them changing the Tree of Life. Don't even get me started on that.
Well, here's the thing about the Tree of Life. I talked about this with Jeremy on Monday because I did my review. I went out there, did my review. I was supposed to go back today and see it. Might go back. Might go tomorrow. I have a reservation. I want to take my family to see it because I want to know what my kid thinks and get his opinion of it as a kid. But it's Zootopia, so the theme makes zero sense under the Tree of Life, but it also makes zero sense in Animal Kingdom. Joe Rohde said he does not want anthropomorphic animals in Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is about real animals, not fake cartoon animals. And so I am sure Joe Rohde's not 100% happy with it. Also, bugs go under a tree. Thematically, Bug's Life made sense. Tough to be a bug. There's a lot of other different things that they could do. I actually kind of almost wish that they would do something instead of if they were going to replace It's Tough to Be a Bug, I kind of wish they would have done almost like a real documentary with some humor, like with actual 3D animals, the kind that like I would love to see something really educational about the animals that burrow under trees. The Zootopia story is stupid. It's about Zoogether Day. It's about the unity of all the different types of animals and their different types of biomes coming together. And then you have a character who's trying to ruin it. So it goes through about like 5 different vignettes of these different biomes, but you can't tell what's going on because of the action moves too fast, because you have like the action of a 2-hour-long film stuck in a 10-minute movie. And you can't really get what's going on. Then there's some really stupid gags. There's a gag where there's a beaver and a walrus talking to each other, and because of the way their mouths are, they spit when they talk. And so that gag, they have a sprinkler effect actually with real water coming in your face. Would have been kind of funny if it would have lasted for 2 seconds. Except they go on and go on and go on. I want to say it lasts for 15 to 30 seconds. I don't know. It was way too long. I wondered why the seats were literally wet when I walked in, and that's why it's only that one gag that the water shoots out. But there's so much water that gag goes on so long that the water ends up actually in the seats afterwards, and the seats are wet. And there's not enough time between audience going in and out for cast members to wipe the seats down. So it's just a lot of things about it are bad.
That's just ridiculous.
It is. And I understand It's Tough to Be a Bug was divisive itself because of the gags in it. It's too scary for some little kids. The bugs going under your butt gag, which by the way is still in there, but it's not bugs, it's something else, but they still do the effect. That one doesn't bother me so much. They got rid of the spiders, which, you know, they're like, It's Tough to Be a Bug had scary elements in it, but this one has gross out elements in it. There's a Smellitzer that's used. By the way, that is the official name for anybody that wondered about that. They're called Smellitzers. But there's a Smellitzer used when they go to the I think it's a giant yak who's naked and doing yoga, like the yoga yak from Zootopia. And they use a Smellitzer, and it's like bad body odor smell. And it wasn't like, you know, a European next to me or something not wearing the odor. No, it was that could
be just gross by itself, let alone that.
Yeah, no, I mean the whole thing is like, why is this just trying to gross people out? I don't know. It was weird. It's definitely not an upgrade. Some people might say it's equivalent. I want to say that it's a downgrade, especially in the fact that it's not thematic. It doesn't make the theme makes no sense. Zootopia doesn't belong in Animal Kingdom. Some people think it does because it's animals, but it's not. Like, people are arguing Zootopia should have gone where Encanto is going. But the reason Encanto actually makes sense is because it's going to be led by Antonio, who talks to animals. So whatever the attraction or experience is going to be, whatever the attraction is going to be, it'll probably be led by Antonio, and it'll be all about maybe him getting animals or doing something with the animals or whatever. And I'm hoping that they can actually figure out a way to get Central and South American animal representation over there, like they have the pathways for the tiger in Asia and the gorillas in Africa. I don't know, but because there's no
they're going to worry about blue-haired zebras and green-haired chickens.
Yeah. Well, but you know, to be fair, those chickens might identify as alligators. We don't know.
Well, no, that means they would have to have leather skin instead of the hair.
But a chicken's skin is like leather under their feathers.
But they're not going to say nothing like that because that would disillusion the effect of,
Yeah, who knows?
whatever they want to insert there. It's one of those things that's like, who knows what goes on the heads of morons.
They may have put dirty hippies in front of the air vents.
That he said that, I think he speaks from experience from living out in California.
Possible, I suppose. At least he doesn't live in New York City. That's an interesting, fun thing.
Don't even get me started. Don't.
I think it's look. I got to say something about New York City. I really feel like what happened in New York City yesterday, one of the greatest things that could ever happen, because we need to get somebody like Mom Donnie. What's his name? Weird Donnie Cito. Donnie.
Mom Donnie. I don't know.
Okay, but here's the thing. It's really, I'm so glad somebody like that was elected, because whatever happens over the next 4 years is going to prove somebody's point. It's either going to prove that his ideology is, first of all, it'll prove he can implement it and it's correct. It'll prove that he can implement it and it's not correct, or it'll prove that he can't implement it because he doesn't know how to lead crap. He went from, my understanding is his background, as far as his work background, is he's never led anything more than maybe 10 people at the most, if that. And he's going from that to the leadership.
I'm going to be nice right now.
Well, I understand. Well, I understand that he's going from that to trying to lead 300,000 people in the government, in the city government in New York. There's 300,000 people. This is a huge.
Did you notice that did you hear the news that a lot of first responders are quitting?
That doesn't surprise me. It's funny because I just now finished and I think I've been through it 3 or 4 times, the series Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's really, really woke. It's unquestionably woke, but it was woke from the beginning and they owned it.
Yes, it was.
So because they owned they actually say it. There's several times in the series they're like, we're woke, get woke, be woke, it's worth it, so like, because they owned that from the beginning, I'm like, you know what, it's not a bait and switch. A lot of people don't understand too why so many people are against woke. It's not so much the woke, but the bait and switch woke. Quantum Leap. Did you try? Were you a fan of the original Quantum Leaps?
The original, yeah. I am not watching the new one.
Okay, so I just finished watching the new series, and what's sad about the new series is that it could have been good. Part of the premise of the second season was amazing, but I have never seen a show go that woke from what it was in the 1980s. Quantum Leap in the 1980s was something completely different than this new version of it. Is when you have a built-in audience that wants a very particular thing. Tom, are you frozen or just?
No, I'm looking at something.
Okay, so you had a built-in audience with Quantum Leap. They wanted a particular thing, like and it is so LGBTQIA, Sprinkle City, Skittles Town. I mean, like, it unquestionably unrealistic. The number of leaps where he is dealing with a trans person in the past. And it's like, there's 8 billion people on the planet, multiplied by the number of people when you go to the past. There's the unlikelihood that you would encounter that many times. Just mathematically, it's incredibly improbable. For a show about science, it made no sense. And they were sad because there was a really good part of the premise that I would love to have had them be able to do more with. But it's a hard show to watch because you're going, okay, I'm really distracted by this character because they have so much about them that is not within the realm of normal humanity that is a distraction. It needs to be on a different show. It needs to be somewhere else, right? And that's one of the lead characters. And I feel bad about it because it didn't need to be that way. They could have had a character with those, properties or propensities come in every now and again and say something, whatever. I don't care about that. But like when it's a huge part of the show and a show that's built on nostalgia from the 1980s show, doesn't make sense. Willow did the same thing.
Oh, Willow was a travesty.
Right. So yeah, the Willow show centering around two lesbians, it's Willow. It didn't make any sense. It's not the right time period for that. It literally made no sense. So they did that with Quantum Leap. And the part of the show that could have been good, this was really a really cool part of the premise, is that he leaps back into the past and he meets somebody who is a scientific thinking female. And his essence, the part of him that's leaping, he recognizes through the guise of the person that he's leapt into. And then a couple leaps later, he encounters her again, like 6 or 9 years or something into her future. But for him, it's literally like just a couple days, right? But she recognizes him, and all of a sudden she ends up being a part of his leaps, and that's a cool part of the premise.
I think one of them just went up.
A rocket?
Yeah, I got the rumbling now. You should hear it in about a minute.
I can't see him anymore from my
place. But you should be able to hear it.
No, I can't hear him from here. Way too far. Anyway.
Oh yeah, my whole house is rattling.
Oh yeah, well.
And my wife just said rocket went up.
Rocket up. All right. Cool.
I'm gonna be live streaming the next one around 10.
No, that's at 10 o'clock, right? 10 little?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll be off here way before that, so it's all good. Anyway, the whole Quantum Leap. So I'm like, that is a cool premise because this woman is kind of falling in love with him, but only gets to spend 2 or 3 days at a time with his essence, and he looks different every time she sees him, but she recognizes his essence. Like and at the end of the second one, he tells her his real name. And then it's funny because the third leap, she's like, Ben, is that you? And he's like, yeah, it's me. And he's like, oh, she goes, I'm so glad. You have no idea how many people I've asked that over the last 9 years. And it's like, it's pretty funny, And I'm like, this could have been a really good ongoing show, but it was a product of the Biden era. And that whole Biden era, 2020 to 2024, Hollywood kept thinking that they needed to go as far to the left with everything that they possibly could, and trying to grab people from the mainstream and making, I think they thought they could literally make people change their minds about how disgusting perversion is, but perversion's perversion. Like it is what it is.
It's like I tell somebody, people, it's like they all go and they get, well, evil is this. Well, everybody's form of evil is different.
Yeah.
So it's like perversion's the same way. You never know what's going to offend somebody until they're offended by it. And look at most comics, and you know what I'm saying about that.
I agree to a degree, but I think there are certain things where the vast majority of the world would say, hey, your olfactory senses as a human being would go, this smells disgusting. And for the most part, that is a defense mechanism that's built into humanity. And I think for the most part, perversion is the same way. However, just as there are some people who are like, I love the grossest smells that exist. Well, there's also that segment of people who love whatever is the grossest thing that exists. And probably all of us have something that we like that everybody else thinks is gross too. But
just, for instance, I like certain cheeses, and I'm pretty sure the other people don't.
Probably. Why? What is, it's not Gruyere. What is that?
Gruyere is good. Greer is.
What's the one that super stinks?
Oh, I
Gargonzola. No,
not Gargan. There's another one. It's nasty. But as long as you're not talking about from under cheese, I'm good.
From under. What is that? From under trees?
From under cheese, it's a gross thing, dude. It's the cheese you get when you don't wash too much in your underwear.
Oh, that's bad. that is what I ran into when I went into here. I wish this footage.
Cheese.
If I would
Limburger. Linda said it.
Limburger. Yes. Gruyere is the master cheese. It's good for everything. That's what Go and Shogi said. That's good stuff. Here's the Zootopia cue part of it. Native Hawaiian is here from Munda. I wish I would have filmed it. I took a picture of it, but I didn't film it. The big ball of dung that's inside there.
Well, why would you fill dung? It's like just going out in the backyard and looking at my dog.
Because Pro is using this footage, and we talked about that, and just so that people could see what it was. But anyway, there it is. There's Zoogather Day. There's Zootopia. I went to see it. And,
why does that remind me of the screen for the Turtle Talk with Crush?
Turtle Talk, dude.
Dude, like, did you see the giant dung ball? Like, what are they thinking?
It's total duty, dude.
Totally duty, man. It's
duty, dude. Anyway, so there it is. But I do want to very quickly. I didn't do this. Jeremy reminded me last time. Remind people of the celebration. We love to celebrate. If there is any audience support out there, financial support from Super Chat, Super Thanks, Super Stickers, Super anything, memberships, all that kind of stuff. But we love to celebrate that. And when we do, we ask you to celebrate with us. So if you're in the chat, if it's your first time here, if you've been here many times before, celebrate along with us. Whenever we celebrate, that means throw custom emojis in the chat if you're a member. But if you're not a member, that's okay. Throw down dance emojis, fireworks emojis, any kind of fun smiley face emojis that you want. And here's a little practice celebration for you. Congratulations, and Go and Shogi gifted 10 memberships while we were celebrating.
And he hit a mod. He hit Native.
He hit Native Hawaiian, and Theme Parks Assembles in there too. TPA.
But he missed me.
It's funny. It's funny.
Try again, Shogi.
Theme Parks Assemble. Actually, he and I watched Turtle Talk with Crush together one time, so that was pretty fun.
Cool.
Oh, dude, I had wished that, and I'm guessing it would be at the Magic. No, I wanted it to be in the Animation Courtyard. I had always conceived of a Mickey and Friends show like Turtle Talk with Crush in the Animation Courtyard, where Mickey and Goofy and maybe Donald and Minnie or something, like maybe just 4 characters would be in there, and they'd be able to talk back and forth with the kids. But you have to be able to hire people that can really do the voices well to do that. But I think that'd be really, really cool if they actually use like the Fab Four to do an interactive voice show with the kids. And they're bringing back the magic of Disney animation, so that would be the perfect place to put it. There's certainly room for a theater back there, so we'll see. I can't imagine the current non-creatives at Disney would ever do anything like that because they suck. But
yeah, hey, you made it to 39 minutes. You could say suck now.
Oh, is
30 minutes? I'm just being a wise guy.
Yeah, no, I know. Even Pro avoids the word suck on his show, and I think it's funny because I'm like, so, I mean, That's not really.
What if you're sucking a straw?
Exactly. Like there's a lot. Like I suck my water down. I gotta suck it down. Have
It's
I
like,
seen the Paddington?
I suck at
stage?
playing guitar. Wait, never mind.
By the way, today was pizza day for me.
Was it pizza day?
So Marco's Pizza does every time there's a full moon, they offer all of their pizzas half off, as many as you want to buy. Like there's no, it's unlimited. So
Wow.
I usually don't spend a
They
lot.
don't deliver to my top part of town. Dang it!
I know. Well, it just so happens that I become friends with the manager at this Marco's, so I'll get extra sauces and all kinds of
So
stuff.
can you get them to deliver in Titusville?
Unfortunately, no. But most Marcos suck. like ask most people what they think of Marco's Pizza, and they'll be like, yeah, I get out. This Marco's is really good. Because
I've never heard of him before.
Well, they're really close to me, almost right across the street, right behind the Cracker Barrel. Honestly,
Meaning empty parking lot soon?
Yeah. So it's half off. So a pizza that would normally cost $24 is $12. So I usually will grab 2 of those, except that I also happen to have earned a $10 off coupon today, and you can double up their offers on their app. So for $45 worth of pizza, I spent $13. It's my one weakness. It's a cheat day. I'm still trying to lose weight, but I gotta have my pizza every now and then.
I was, when we were driving back from Altamont Springs today, we stopped in at a coffee shop on 50, and I got a peanut butter shake mixed with espresso. Oh my God.
Wow, that had to be a delight.
That is, dude, I got to take you to have one because you'll be like, this is good.
Do you ever eat the chocolate covered espresso beans?
Oh, heck yeah.
I mean, that's a rush too.
Yes, it is.
That's a pre-workout right there. Yes, indeed. Let us get to, I suppose I should start getting to stories, right? And that's a thing we do on this show.
Yeah, why not? Or we could just talk about nothing and make fun of Disney.
Oh, well, we're actually gonna talk about Universal here for a second, and it's not even a bad thing. This could be really interesting. It just depends. By the way, if anybody out there is in the chat and you've seen it or haven't seen it, I released a video today of our Halloween trick-or-treating experiences this year.
I have that marked to watch later.
So yeah, it's almost not every year that we've had the channel, but when this channel first started, it started in 2018, and I think I did Spooktacular back in 2018. And then I didn't do a whole lot with the channel until 2023, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I want to make sure that I get Spooktacular on the channel, SeaWorld Spooktacular, at least once every year, because it's kind of where the channel started. So
did you get to go to SeaWorld's Halloween thing besides the Spooktacular? Did you get to go to
No, I didn't go to any of the after hours events this year, but we are about to talk. We are about to talk about something just like that.
Okay.
So, and this is, I use my breaking news thing, but it's really not breaking, but here it is. We're going to put it on the screen anyway. Out of that place.com, bookmark it if you haven't bookmarked it yet. This is by our good friend WDW Pro. Oh, no, wait, this is not by Pro. This is by me, Ronnie Bradley.
Wait, who the hell's that?
Yeah, I know, right? Why is this guy writing so much? He can't write. Universal Horror Unleashed is getting a holiday overlay with Krampus. This is the newest Universal park that's not a big
in Vegas.
Park. It's in Vegas. It's small. And it's called Universal Horror Unleashed. Basically, this is, their take, where you can kind of sort of enjoy a little snippet of Halloween Horror Nights all year long.
If I live closer there, I would go check it out, but I ain't going to Vegas for that.
Yeah, no, it's But here it is. Yes, even Universal Horror Unleashed in Las Vegas is getting in on the Christmas game, planning a festive or perhaps frightening overlay for the holiday season. Universal is bringing the German folklore character of Krampus to the attraction, announced by Universal as Krampus and Kin. The limited time event, set to open November 15th, 2025, run through January 3rd, 2026, is to feature, quote, a horrible holiday overlay inspired by the festive half goat, half demon monster Krampus. That is according to B. Mitchell of Blue Loop. What is Universal's Horror Unleashed? Located in the Las Vegas, Nevada area, 15 Entertainment District, Universal Horror Unleashed opened to the public August 14th, 2025. So it just opened a couple months ago. Playing off the success of the seasonal Halloween Horror Nights events at Universal Parks, Horror Unleashed brings the same chills and thrills of the seasonal event from the parks year-round. The setting is an abandoned warehouse featuring 4 haunted houses, themed areas with live entertainment, and a spooky food and beverage venue. Guests braving the 4 houses encounter the Universal monsters, the Exorcist Believer from 2023, an original story called Scarecrow the Reaping, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 version. The 5th fright creeping up this holiday season will be Krampus. And this was a post that they did on Instagram, kind of advertising the event. And it is, it's coming. It's coming. It's, I can't pronounce all the
somebody
names.
gave me tickets and plane fare and a video camera.
Oh,
I'd go
man.
see it.
Absolutely.
But
Why
until
not?
that happens, no.
I think this is I mean, the cool thing about this is that they have figured out something they could do for.
I like the idea.
Holiday overlay.
I hope they expand it to make it in other places.
Well, that's what I kind of proposed down here. So this is what I said. Disneyland fans are well aware of the Nightmare Before Christmas, the overlay that California version of the Haunted Mansion gets annually during the holiday season, which brings Jack Skellington and friends to play with the other 999 happy haunts. So I said, while Las Vegas may be hours away from Anaheim, California, the Krampus themed event at Universal Horror Unleashed puts Universal in the haunted holiday game. If the event is successful in Vegas, it may prove to be a budding idea that Universal could play with at their other major parks, perhaps a holiday overlay in the dark universe. That certainly would be, in a word, epic. So, yeah. So there you go.
They brought something like that in Epic in its own little zone.
Oh, I mean,
branched it off the monster, off the Darkmoor. That would be insane.
Krampus and Darkmoor would be amazing. That's what, like, obviously the direction that I was going with the article.
You could see Eeyore begging him for gifts of like undead limbs.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of the hope. I think that'll be really, really fun if they did that. It's going to be really, really interesting. And I think it kind of depends on the success of the event. They're going to have special, they got like a special dessert called the Krampus Snow Globe. They haven't even revealed what it's going to be.
That could be scary.
Yeah. There's different foods that are going to be associated with the event. And then, there's not just Krampus, but there's like Kryla and other creatures that go along with the Krampus lore that are all going to be there that you can visit. And there'll be photo ops, and there's going to be a parade. So it's going to get interesting. I would think that if the event does well, they would definitely consider bringing something like that to the Universal Monsters. And I don't know, like, obviously the Harry Potter places, they can all get a Christmas overlay, every single one of them, because the Christmas is in Harry Potter, at least as the holiday. I don't know if it's specifically Christmas, but the holiday season is in the Harry Potter movies. They have a holiday break for the school. But
yeah.
yeah, so they could definitely like. I'm just trying to think of what other Christmas stuff they can do in the Universal parks, because they like Disney does have Main Street. A lot of people are saying that the Magic Kingdom, that they want to get rid of Main Street. I really don't see that happening. Like how? Like I get that there might be Disney creatives that would like to see Main Street go because it is Americana, but I just don't see how you do that. It's Main Street. It's what people go there during the Christmas season to see, a Main Street lit up like Christmas. Go and Shogi, they kind of do, right? Universal should do a full Grinch takeover, and isn't that kind of what they pretty much do that at Islands of Adventure? At least Dr. Seuss Land gets they have Grinchmas over there, and you know what? I've never seen the Grinchmas show. I'm actually going to see it for the first time this year.
I'm planning on going to see that.
So I don't know. I gotta figure out the dates when it starts, because I want to go early enough when it's not super busy.
That makes sense. Let me know if you figure it out.
Yeah, I will.
Maybe we'll go with you.
Grinch is the best part of Universal. Grinch. Oh yes, I'm Jim Carrey, but really I'm under a bunch of makeup that burns my eyeballs out and is incredibly uncomfortable. So really, it's just the damn makeup that puts me in character as a Grinch. Isn't that kind of the way he talked?
I've been thinking of applying to be Megatron. That'd be fun.
Megatron. At the end of this day, one shall stand and one shall fall. It's going to be you, Optimus. Oh, man, I loved the Transformers growing up. When I was 15 years old, just before my 16th birthday, we rented a video camera, a camcorder. We didn't have one, so we rented a camcorder for my birthday. That was the old type, put on your shoulder and pop the VHS tape in.
I still have a camcorder in the closet. If you want to go like back in time, I can bring one with the little things.
I have a handheld. No, I have the little tape. I have the handheld one. I still have that. I don't use it, but I think it still works. But I have it. I have the because it's in the nice case. But when I was 15, we didn't own one of those. So we rented one. So I actually have the tapes from my 16th birthday, which was, of course, when I was 15, it was Halloween, right?
It was 86, right?
That would have been 86. No, 87. 87. Halloween 87, because I was 15, turning 16, yeah. And the reason we rented the camcorder is, bless you, because of what I did on my 16th birthday. My birthday gift for Tom's off camera, bless you, Tom. My birthday gift for my 16th birthday was my solo flight. So I flew a plane solo and got signed off on my student pilot certificate on my 16th birthday, which was cool. Cessna 152, 172? I don't remember. Anyway, it was a Cessna. I remember that.
You know what I did from
I remember the call numbers. I remember the call numbers because guess what they were? The call numbers was 669 or 66.
Oh boy.
I'm not even kidding you. That was the call number of the plane I flew that day. It's almost impossible to forget that. 669 or 66. Come on.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, so that was the call sign, and I got about 400 feet up off the ground, and the door opened on me. Came open. I looked down. I'm like, oh, look, the door's open. Then I closed it. So it shut. Went around, did my touch and go, went around again, landed, what you're supposed to do for your solo. Anyway, so I've never been a professional pilot, but as for those who have known that I've done just about everything, yes, I do know how to fly a plane, technically speaking. Anyway, so we filmed all that. The reason I brought this up, though, is because I also used it while I was renting it, because I had it, to film stop motion animation of my Transformers transforming.
You're a geek.
So I have stop motion.
Geek, dude.
I know. I have stop motion animation of Power Glide. Power Glide.
At least you didn't do it on the GoBots.
Oh, GoBots were horrible. I hated GoBots. GoBots weren't even real. They were operated by humans. They have no personality.
Hey.
GoBots were stupid. Anyway, we got to get to more stories. Let's do the I'm double checking.
Wait, you're making a list like Santa Claus? What the heck?
I'm checking it twice.
You're going to find out if you're naughty or naughty?
I guess. Nope, not full menus. Nope, don't care about that. David Cord Sweat. No, I don't care about that one. I'm not touching that one with the 10-foot pole. I don't think they have that one up yet that I did. There's my review of Zootopia. I don't care about that too much. No, did I? Okay. All right, let's get to the story that I want to get to here. This is one of those stories, guys, where, and it's not even about Disney. This one's not about Disney at all. Well, I mean, okay, Disney is in this story, but Disney is only part of this story. This one definitely calls for
lowered expectations.
The 2025 October box office was so horrific, it has Hollywood wishing for the roaring days of Black Adam. This is by WDW Pro out of thatparkplace.com. Bookmark it if you have not bookmarked it yet. Hello, Richard James. I see you in the chat. Greetings from Staten Island, New York City. For now. Oh boy. Sorry, Rick. It is what it is. Well, let's talk about Jared Leto. Here's the twist Hollywood didn't see coming. The superhero everyone mocked in October 2022 now looks downright healthy next to this October's headliners. In fact, The Rock's Black Adam, a perceived total failure just a few years ago, would have been a dream come true for this year's October box office. It's a stark reminder of just how far the movie industry has fallen and a giant question of whether it can ever come back again. In October 2022, Black Adam opened to $67 million domestic and led a month that finished at $469.1 million in U.S. Canada calendar grosses. That debut was framed as underwhelming for a $195 million production, and trade coverage debated whether the film would lose money despite ultimately reaching $168.3 million domestic, almost $400 million worldwide, just shy of that. Probably still lost money initially, but maybe we'll make it back in streaming. I don't know. But the narrative stuck. For a Dwayne Johnson-fronted DC launch, the numbers were not enough. It would ultimately be one of the biggest reasons DC would reboot the franchise, bring in James Gunn, and send Henry Cavill packing for anywhere else. Fast forward to October 2025. That's now, our last month. The month ended at $426.9 million, down from 2022 and its top new wide release. Disney's Tron Ares mustered a $33.2 million domestic opening and has totaled about $65.1 million domestic so far. Meanwhile, Warner Brothers' Paul Thomas Anderson thriller, One Battle After Another, opened at $22 million and has reached $67.8 million domestic. In that context, Black Adam's 22 launch and run would be a dream scenario for many studio marketers right now. It's bad, guys. It's really, really bad. And we're going to go over more of these numbers in just a minute. But what a lot of people don't realize, and it's not covered, I don't know that it's covered particularly in this story. You've got to go back to 1998. Outside of 2020, in which lockdowns created a lot of closures, and in October of 2020, there were still many theaters closed across the nation. Thing is, you got to go all the way back to 1998 outside of that to find a worse year at the box office. That's crazy. That's 27 years, almost 3 decades. And we're not even talking about inflation. Wow. We're talking about the amount of butts and seats in the United States in the box office and in theaters, not many around. Tom, you could probably tell people a really good reason why that is, I'll bet.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that, dude.
Well, let's not get into the legalities of it, but let's be honest. There are so many opportunities to watch movies outside of movie theaters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Period.
Pirate-wise.
But otherwise too, and whether it's, I mean,
streaming, just looking at whatever. You don't need to go to a theater, really.
When you wanted to rent a movie back in the days,
Blockbuster,
back in the heyday of Blockbuster, how long did you have to wait to rent a movie when it came out at the movie theater?
It depended if it was in stock or not. It depends how quick they released it.
But I mean, I don't think they would ever release a movie under 90 days.
No, it was 90 days to 2 months, 3 months.
It was. I
90.
There were movies that
months. It was like 6 months sometimes.
It was like 6 months. The reason I know it was 6 months because the summer blockbusters, they would usually schedule the May blockbusters to be May blockbusters to coincide with the fact that those would be the movies going on sale on DVD or VHS in the fall. Like they'd come on sale in November for the Christmas sales, right? So they'd be big blockbusters coming out in April or May. They would run through the end of July. They would cut off in theaters and you could not find them. You couldn't go to the theater. They would build up an anticipation before you ever were able to watch them at home. Streaming is so different.
They cannibalized their own market by releasing it so soon to streaming that it's not even funny.
Exactly.
I remember, Blockbuster when it was VHS. There was a couple of, local VHS stores too. Used to go and used to try to copy these, and it wasn't easy to do back then because you couldn't just record it to a hard drive back then. You had to do it VCR to VCR.
And you always lost quality, but
you lost quality.
There also, didn't they have like a coding in?
They had a coding unless you knew how to get around that.
Yeah.
You had to use
Apple, or you could wait like a year and a half or 2 years for the TV version of it recorded.
Yes.
And then you were like, and you watched it. If it's something you wanted to rewatch, you'd watch it and you were like, pause right when the commercial comes on, and then hope to unpause exactly when the commercial came on.
The editing, what we have available these days, was non-existent. And then when CD-ROMs came out, before DVDs, everybody tried to record VHSs to CD-ROMs. Oh my God, that was painful.
I did that. I have a few of those, mostly from home recorded video type stuff.
Well, that's different than doing theatrics.
Yeah,
theater movies. You're talking resolution differences. You're talking 30 frames a second versus what the CDs would be set for. It was a total different.
Right. That's
if somebody knew how to get their CD player to install on their computer, because you can remember back then that wasn't just plug and play.
No, but I think one of the biggest, I think streaming in general it worked well when all you had as options were Netflix, Hulu, and Prime. Like those were basically your three options. And if you had all three of those, you could cut the cord and save a lot of money. And now everybody's got a streaming service and you're not saving money, and there's a lot of cannibalism in the industry, and it takes people off because I don't want to buy all that stuff. I don't want to go back to
here's what happened.
Worse than cable. Yeah.
Here's what happened. The industry figured out they could make money off the streaming instead of making money off the airplay. And they just shifted instead of buying all this stuff from cable, let's do it piecemeal. There's still ways around it. I don't advocate it. I don't say I might use it. I might not use it. But there's still ways around not paying for it. You can still get digital TV over the air for free with an antenna and watch stuff. It's still out there.
Yeah,
there's way to get things and watch it without paying for it still. Is the quality is great? It depends on how close you are to the digital antenna and what your setup's like. Can you do it on YouTube? Yes, you can. Can you do it on other things? If you have a phone plan through certain providers, you get Netflix for free, you get different things for free. So yeah, you can get things from paying for other services. It's out there. What Disney Minus is with a bunch of stuff. If you have a certain thing, you get it for free. So there's ways to do it.
Yeah, I mean, but the point is, movies have become really expensive. They don't do rentals anymore. It used to be a really cool thing where you like go to Blockbuster and get your 5 movies and then have to return them in a week.
Or even Redbox. When did they go out? Like 2 years ago? 3 years ago? They died?
It's been a while.
Yeah, there's still some of those machines sticking around there, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Yes, go on, Shogi. That is Test Track. I just didn't have any other good
car dealership.
This is the car dealership portion of Test Track. So yeah. The industry has cannibalized itself, and it really has hurt everything. And it's sad. It's really funny because I just took my family to see K-pop Demon Hunters at the movie theater over the weekend, which is literally on Netflix, but it
hits differently with that sound system in a theater. I will say that.
It's not just that. It's the sound system, it's the emotion, it's the size, but also K-pop Demon Hunters. It's a story that there's a reason why it hits theatrically, that it's worth going to see at the movie theater, even after you've seen it 5, 6, 7. My kid, I don't know how many times my kid's seen that on Netflix, but wanted to go see it at the movie theater, and it was worth it. That's what's so crazy, is that it was actually worth it to have the experience to go to the theater to watch it. My point being simply that people will pay for an experience that's worth going to see. And when you hear about Tron Ares and you wish there would have been a good Tron movie, but this one you hear and it sucked, and you're like, okay, I'll wait. We are now in a day and age where you're not just getting Siskel and Ebert at the movies and hoping that's the best thing you can hope for. You get a lot of different voices. And when you see online people that you feel like you can relate to, like are real people, and they're like you, and you're like, I can relate to them. You trust those voices online. And yeah, it's, I think what's happened is that there's just a whole different type of culture. First of all, people get YouTube for free, and there is so much going on YouTube, and of course this TikTok generation, they like their 5, 10, 15-second videos, 30-second videos.
I can't get into TikTok. Drives me
I'm not into it either, but there's a lot of people that like that, and that has created really bad ADD. Like, like all these kids, they all have ADD. They can't pay attention to something for more than 5 minutes, So to try and sit them in a movie theater, it's really good.
Theme park rides are going to be 10 seconds long in the future.
Oh my gosh.
Brain.
it's crazy to think about. It is crazy to think about, but I mean, look at what Go and Shogi says here. I have zero desire to ever go back to a movie theater, and I totally get that.
That's because he can't wear his turtle shell when he sits in a seat.
No, it's the theatrical experience it's certainly dying, and the PVODs are too expensive, for the most part, I think. And we only paid $27 for 3 of us to go to the movie, sit in a recliner. Nice. It's this particular theater. I'm glad that the theater that I go to, the local theater, is not part of a huge chain. It's not Regal. It's not AMC. and I love how they treat their guests. They're really good customer service, and it's great. But not everybody has that, and the bigger companies they don't care. That's what happened to Disney. Walt himself, when he was around, he cared. He literally cared about every single guest that walked into his park in Disneyland. And I think Roy didn't stick around with Walt Disney World for too very long, unfortunately. But I do think that I think Eisner cared, especially when Eisner and Wells were together, they cared a lot. Bob Iger couldn't care less. Bob Iger, I think the only person Bob Iger cares about is himself and his 2 showers.
He's got 3 showers now. He has the Miss Piggy fountain in the 3rd one.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Pro goes on to write, and this is really interesting. How can it be that October 2022 was led by a film so bad it killed an entire superhero franchise would be a dream come true for today's movie industry? Let's take a look at the numbers. Opening weekend bar in 2022, a $67 million October opening was dinged for failing to spark a new DC era. In 2025, a $33 million opening for Tron Ares led the frame and the month, half of Black Adam's launch, underscoring how much softer theatrical demand has been this fall. October 22's calendar gross, $469.1 million, beat October 2025's $426.9 million. With fewer breakout hits, 2025 leaned on a broader slate than never produced a Joker or Eras Tour level phenomenon to lift the month. And remember, we're not even adjusting for inflation. Perception versus reality. Black Adam was painted as a misfire because it implied Marvel scale expectations. But compared with this year's leaders, Tron Ares, $65.1 million domestic date and one battle after another, $67 million domestic date, $168.3 million for Black Adam. It looks robust, comparatively speaking, right? So, wow. Yeah, it's really crazy. Black Adam. I actually liked the Black Adam movie. It wasn't great, but it was okay. I can't remember. Did I see that? I might have seen that in the theater.
I seen it. It was. I watched that at home again just because I couldn't remember what the hell I seen in the first place.
Yeah, that's the big problem with too many movies today too. Is like you don't even know the story of them anymore, and they're just the box office is becoming a place for duds, and that's not good. Here's what's coming the rest of the year. There's only, I want to say there's 4 movies that people are talking about that I've heard about with any degree of excitement whatsoever. Zootopia 2, Wicked Part 2, which is Wicked for Good, Avatar Fire and Ash, and Five Nights at Freddy's. There's a sequel to that.
That's the only one I want to see.
Yeah. But out of those 4, I don't think they're going to do. I don't think Fire and Ash is going to do what the others have done before.
I don't know. I'm going to guess and say it might get half of what they're thinking, just because people like the effects.
Here's what I think. I think it'll hit $1 billion, but I don't think it's going to hit 2. And I think the others have both hit 2 before, right?
Well, it depends on what inflation does.
It does, but also it depends on how many people are willing to spend that much money in an IMAX theater to see what they've already seen before. Because I don't see them with Fire and Ash. I don't see anything really new.
If they, this is gonna piss some people off. If they release the AI and let the AI help them do graphic wise, I think they could actually make people go, whoa, we never see this yet before. But I don't know if they're going to have the foresight to use that tool to make it that good.
Well, but the movie's produced already too, so AI is coming along much further now and can be used in future productions. But as far as movies are concerned, we still don't get the movie until 6 to 9 months after it's done. Most of it's done. They can still put final touches in, yeah.
Yeah, they can go back now, get it finished, filmed, and they can run it through AI for enhancements now in a different way before than they could do. It's advancing that much. It's
Go and-
it's actually insane.
Go and Shogi says when they make the next One Piece movie, watch out. That thing will really be released far and wide.
Because Go and Shogi likes One Piece.
Well, I've heard that
He's
One Piece
one-sided.
might-
It's a
Piece might
One
be
Piece
coming-
sided. Get it? He's one
Yeah.
piece away.
It might be coming to Universal.
I'm thinking it might be in a certain land.
Yeah, I mean, I just did a story on
It just makes sense, dude. That just
Yeah.
makes the most sense.
Well-
I know that doesn't mean nothing, but it's just a guess.
but they could do a live show in the theater that desperately needs a live show in it.
I mean, more than Pokemon. Because I
And
thought they could bring Pokemon. But I'm thinking One Piece is such a big hot thing now. If they did a show there, and judging how that restaurant is themed, it kind of goes.
Mythos, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we will definitely see what happens there. But as far as stories are concerned, that is all I have for tonight. A little bit shorter. This will redirect to the WDW Pro Show, which starts at 10 p.m. Guys,
I'll be modding there after I'm done with my rocket launch.
right. He's and so if I knew that, I would have. Well, how are you doing live? You don't have that set up yet, so I can't really.
Yes, I do.
Right? Oh, do you?
Yes, I do. It's on my
Maybe I
it's on my channel.
How do I
Let
could
me,
redirect that.
Let me get it.
Did not see it. Well, you can go and watch Tom's channel. Go and Shogi, put Tom's link in the chat, please, so that you can go see the rocket launch from Tom, and also you can have that on your phone and have Pro up on your TV. How about that? At the same time? Which would you want? I don't know.
Here you go. I shared it.
There you go. Is it in the?
It's in the chat.
Why am I not seeing it in the chat?
It's in the regular chat.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Here, I'll put it here too.
There it
Here you
is. There, go and Shogi put it up like that. There we go. Okay,
Dan's it's going to be starting about 10:15 roughly. It depends. I got to check on the times to see if the rocket's going up. They might have scrubbed it for all I know. I've been chatting around, so I haven't been paying attention. I've been trying not to swing this around in the chat.
All right. So either way, check out Tom's channel. It's there, and you might be watching this on Tom's channel. Anybody coming in and watching on Tom's?
Not that I've
Anyway,
seen.
so but point being, yes, Tom has a rocket launch tonight at 10 o'clock. 10 to 15. Pro is right after this. This will redirect towards Pro, but you're going to get a little bit of a break. As far as my channel is concerned, what I have coming up is it's not coming up. It was earlier today, the Halloween stuff. Go check that out, and I'll be putting a lot. I intend to put a lot more on the channel, but I've also got to get my writing in for that Park Place. So I got to balance it all. I'm trying to learn how to balance all of my time back and forth like a juggler. Tom, what do you got going on in your channel besides the rocket launch tonight?
I'm working on some stuff, but it'll be coming. I don't want to say anything else on it because I'm still working on it. It might take me a few months.
Yeah.
But there might be a spin-off channel coming. I don't know yet.
Cool. Well, the important thing is that if we are doing this while we are hunting ghosts, we do not cross the streams. Or maybe you do cross the streams.
We might cross the streams, but it might be not a Ghostbusters type of thing. It might just be more sonic noise.
Yes, well, before we go, Go and Shogi did gift these 10 Follow the Bradley Fun memberships. I'm so grateful for that. And if you got one, Go and Shogi is the man you want to thank for that. And we will do one more celebration. Yeah, I need to make a lot more of those celebrations too.
You caught me.
The guitar. Nice. Nice. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. We're going to send you over to the Pro Show with a little bit of a break in between. Go check out Tom. Go check out the Pro Show. Go check out everything that Park Place related. And until next time, we will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao. Thank you.
Dishes are done, man. Cleans them down to the shop.